Hello everyone, it's Tail here and I'm playing Rise of Flight multiplayer adventures, and here I am in a SPAD. I've decided to ditch my trusty old SE5A because I don't think it was working for me, and I've decided to give a SPAD a go. This is a SPAD 13 C1 I think is the official name. Here you can see me. I've spotted an albatross down there I think, and either it's damaged or it doesn't know how to use the radiator properly, so I've got the height advantage. So I'm going to try and come in for some boom in and zoom in. And I think in this video you will find that I think I've made some good strides in my fighting abilities. You see I get a few shots off there and I zoom off away into the sky. I think my improvements, my joystick with my lubricant on the shaft of the joystick have helped immeasurably. And it now feels silky smooth. The only problem I have with the SPAD I think is the upper wing, which gets in my way. I think when I try and pull up to engage, I lose sight of the contact in the upper wing and then I don't know where it is, so I need to work on that. Here you can see he's trying to come after me. Got a few shots on but nothing serious, so I just keep on flying away. I think this guy might be new because of the engine. There we see, I think that might be an SE5. It's certainly extracting flak, so I'm assuming it's friendly because we're on the enemy side of the lines at this point. But yeah, his radiator isn't looking very good. So yes, I've been flying around. This was recorded last night, so it's fresh in my memory. And apart from a bit of failure at the end of the video, mostly I think I do pretty well. I hope you're proud of me, guys. I think the SPAD suits me much more than the SE5 did. Either that or it's just the joystick improvements that have really created improvement. Here you see I'm passing over the guy. I kind of wing over and decide to dive and come up at him from below or from behind and below. I get a bit of a pot shot but nothing major. But that's the way it is with booming and zooming. You just got to be patient, I think. Take your time. If you miss on one boom, then zoom up and boom again. Boom, boom, boom. And here we encounter a separate dogfight that's going on. Kind of by accident. Again, I'm above the action so I can assess the situation and come in at will. I think there's one SPAD down there versus two Albis, possibly. Try and come in on the guy. I assume it's the same guy, although there's two. Oh no, that was possibly an SC5 or a Camel, I think, down there instead of SPAD. So lots of shooting going on. Once more I try and attack my friend here, but he has been destroyed. His wings have come off. And that was the end of that. And I think both of the enemy planes were down because I can't see them anymore, and there's just that lone plane. Well, I assume there's a Camel flying around. And that was the end of that engagement. So, although I don't think I got the kill, I was still encouraged by my performance. I wasn't dead. I'd lived to tell the tale without any significant damage, and I'd managed to get some good shots on my enemy. So that's instilled me with confidence. And there you can see that's just ground fire from the trenches. So again, here I am in the SPAD. Still flying around. And I think at this point I'm escorting a DH4, which is on my left, and yeah, there he is. And I spot an enemy in a moment and decide to engage to try and keep him away from my plucky little two-seater down there. And yeah, that's when I spot the guy. I'm more or less on the same level as him, I think, so I'm going to try and climb a little bit as I move towards him. Although, yeah, I'm a bit higher now, so that's good. And this guy, if I remember correctly, is a gentleman by the name of Spitfire, who I think is fairly well versed and has a lot of experience in flying as a fighter, probably more than I do, certainly more than I do, I think. So this was a bit of a battle. I kind of mess up here and he spots me and comes round on my tail, so I have to take evasive action, and I decide to kind of dive under him and then try and pull up and zoom away with the extra speed I get from the dive. Not sure if that's really a valid tactic, but I think it kind of works. And again, I'm trying to dive away here to try and use a SPAD. Superior speed, which I assume it has over the Albi. And it appears to be working. Nothing wrong with running away from a fight. There's no point trying to turn fight an albatross in a SPAD. So again, just trying to climb. He's taking some pot shots at me, which I evade, kind of. And yeah, now it's just about maintaining the altitude, trying to gain more, keeping my eye on him, and then waiting for a time to strike. I think what I'm trying to do is get him to climb up and shoot at me, then stall, then I'll dive in, which is what I'm going to do now. He spots me, so he tries to come up towards me, and that was a close shave. I didn't even see him until he was right above my top wing there. Just typing a message to a friend in chat there. And now again I've got the altitude advantage, so once more it's about turning around, trying to find the right spot. But the problem is he's going to come up to climb at me as soon as I try and dive at him, so it's not easy. There we go again. This time I managed to get a pretty good run at him, and then we collide. So that was that. I'm not quite sure what happened there, because he was kind of flying across my front. I don't think, maybe he made a sudden turn to up towards me, but there might have been a bit of lag as well. It seemed to be a bit of lag after we collided. But yeah, unfortunately we collided and we both perished in the flames. But I got a message from Spitfire later on saying that the person who collides with the greater speed is declared the victor, in a kind of a jokey way. So I'll take that. Here I am again in the SPAD, and I'm typing a message saying about my progress in dogfighting skill. I was brimming with confidence, and he even compliments me on my B&Z, which is always good to know, good to feel. Now for some reason the video, I'm watching a preview here in the video editor, and it's really, frames are really bad, so hopefully it doesn't come out in the finished product. But again, I've spotted a plane here. Probably another albatross, or perhaps it's a friendly. Couldn't quite tell there. I think it must be a friendly because I'm turning away. Ah, and here we go. We'll find a dogfight here. It's like a SPAD and an albatross, so I dive in to help. Right behind him, pull up, lose him under the wing again, and then I try and shoot at him, but not with any great accuracy, although I may have got some shots on there. But I guess it's more to kind of try and shake him off my friend's tail more than anything. This might be the same guys as before, because his engine is again running hot. and I try my diving maneuver again because I thought he was trying to come after me, but in the end he doesn't. And now I'm back onto his tail again. He makes a diving maneuver, trying to evade, I guess. I thought he was going to try and dive down then, which is why I shot, hoping he would dive into my bullets. Got some shots off there, so hopefully that might have struck home. It's hard to tell though, unless you see the telltale big white plume of smoke come out. He might be leaking something there. I'm not too sure whether that's just his radiator again. Now diving in for another go. Get some long shots on there. He turns, I pull up. As you all know, I'm sure, trying to turn with the albatross is a bad idea. You see, I'm getting the hang of it. It's finally sinking in. And again, diving and firing. It's quite low now. I'm not sure if I managed to damage his engine. But he doesn't seem to have much power. He almost shoots me in the face there. Will I get away with it? And yeah, he looks like he's going down. Decides to go in, take a few shots at him just to make sure. Bit too much rudder there, unfortunately. And I force him down to the ground. I don't think I officially got the kill for that, but I'll take it. And this, if I remember correctly, this is all the same sortie. I haven't actually landed yet. Oh no, actually I died, didn't I? I crashed and died. Yeah, so this is all the second sortie. I just like to try and buzz him, but he despawns before I can have my fun. And now here again, against the same sortie, I haven't landed, and there are some AI HPs up in the sky above me. And I was trying to go after this guy who's attacking them, but he gets shot down. I think. I really yawned, sorry. Excuse me. And his wings fall off, so much for that. Then in a moment I spot an enemy airfield on the ground. It's not down there, but in a minute I'll find it. And I see a few planes taking off, so it decides, hey, I'm about 1,000 meters above this. I clearly have an advantage. Let's do this. It's over on my left. There it is. And I see that there's somebody taking off, so I head on over. This will lead me on to my next engagement. In fact, I think there's quite a few planes flying around down there. Maybe 2 or 3. I'm sorry if these commentaries are a little dry, the post-commentary on the recorded video. I think, as I said before, I feel like I'm just kind of describing what's happening. I'm trying to explain my motivations for my actions, I suppose. Here is a guy down there. There's 2 of them. Oh, actually, it's a friendly being attacked, it looks like. So I charge in to rescue, but I also see a separate Fokker, I think it is, slightly above the one who is attacking my friend. So I decide to go after him instead because he's slightly higher. I don't want to zoom down below his level and then have him with a bit of an advantage, so I have a few shots on him. Again, there's a guy down there with his radiator messed up, so I think at this point I decided to be a bit careful and cautious because there's quite a few planes down there. You don't want to get caught at low altitude, so I'm trying to maintain my height. Maintain my energy. He kind of stalls out a bit, so I decide to pop on down for a snifter. And I kind of lose him for a bit, then I see him again. And again, a few shots as he was turning past. I think it helps that I've got two machine guns right in front of my face. That's very helpful. I'm now being chased by the guy with the radiator problems. Although he gives up. And did I get a kill? Oh, I did. I got a credited kill there for Spandau. So I said salute, salute Spandau. Thank you. I'm not sure how I managed to shoot you down, but still, I'll take it. Now then, this guy is trying to come up at me. So once more, wait until he kind of stalls out a bit, and then down we go. I lose him a bit in the sun. There's a guy coming towards me as well, which is concerning, but he's just flying away, which is good. But yeah, this is I think this was a good night for me. I've only died once so far, and that's by colliding with another plane, so it's not like I got shot down like I usually do. I've not been shot in the balls once. A refreshing change. Now, at this point, I'm trying to go after this guy who's on my left, kind of flying parallel to me, but I lose him. So I spend the next few minutes kind of flying around trying to locate him again. Those are the AI handling pages above us. While there's nothing happening, I'll let you know that there's a special event coming up. Probably next week sometime. I will be posting details in a video shortly to explain the special event and why it's happening, etc, etc. So watch out for that. And also to thank you, I think I'm also around about 4,500 subscribers now, so thank you everybody for subscribing to my channel and watching my vids. Remember to do all that stuff that people tell you to do, like and comment and subscribe and all that stuff. Here again, I spot another plane below me. I'm not sure, but I think this might have been a Pfalz. It didn't look like it was a an Albatross or a Fokker. And it had that silver kind of paint job, which I think Pfalzes tend to have. But this guy, I remember being quite passive. He didn't really take much action to evade me or attack me, which, you know, is not a bad thing. Not for me, anyway. Gives me some good practice. I miss on that run there. But again, he's not really doing much to evade. I would have done maybe a half loop at that point to try and turn away. Another dive. It's basically just diving. So I apologise. There's not a lot of super dogfight action apart from the booming and zooming, but it's just what I'm trying to get used to. It's my chosen method of, or my chosen tactic, I suppose. So I don't think I'm very good at turning and burning. Is that the term? I think it is. But I seem to be doing alright with this so far. Although I guess it's probably pretty annoying for the people who are being boomed and zoomed, because there's not very much you can do. Apart from that other guy I fought who turned up at me every time, which is, I guess, is a good tactic, but again, it ended in our deaths. I think from what I've read, I can't remember where I read this, but I've read it somewhere. The best way, or a way, to try and combat booming and zooming is to minimize the altitude gain that the attacker has by trying to, when they zoom up, follow them up as fast as you can in a slow dive, and then turn away to kind of fly away yourself, which gives you more distance away from your attacker, and this means that as he's diving towards you, he's not picking up as much energy in his dive because it's a shallower dive, which makes sense. Here I lose my gentleman, and again I think I got a accredited kill, so somehow I managed to shoot him down, and there you can see I've got 4 kills, which is fantastic. It's the most I've probably ever got in one go. And I think at this point I've been, I've not landed for maybe 20 minutes, so I decide to head home and have a rest. I think I've earned it. There's that enemy airfield down there. Don't see anything down there, so I continue on my way. If you want to join me flying around in Rise of Flight, then I usually play in the evenings GMT, so probably from around 10 PM GMT, or I guess GMT +1 because it's daylight saving time at the moment. And I'll be around for a couple of hours in the evening most nights, mostly on the Wargrounds, or no, New Wings server, I think it is, or is it New Wings Wargrounds? I think that's the full name. On Sundays they have a Syndicate server, which I'm, to be honest, I'm not as much as a fan of as the New Wings one, but usually it's more populated on Sunday evenings, so that's where I am. And finally, to end off the video, we're going to have the traditional failure, because at this point, oh no, here we go, I'm landing first, so this is just me landing to show you that I've landed and I made it back home safely. But yes, after this I noticed that the server is getting light on Central Powers players. It was like about 10 to 7, so I switch across to Central Powers and decided to choose a plane which I don't see getting flown online very much. I guess there's probably a reason for that, which we'll soon find out. But it's the Pfalz, and it's not the Pfalz D3, it's the Pfalz something or other. I can't remember the exact number, some high Roman numeral number. 13 or 15 or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, here I land, and then the SPAD decides to wing round to the right, and that's it. I'm alive. I made it home. Very rare that happens, especially when I'm in a fighter. Finishing flight. Here's the map. And there's the statistics just to show you that it's true. I killed 4 people. For some reason I only have a hit percentage of 2%, which I find unusual, but there we go. Okay, so now here I am in that Pfalz. I spotted a plane flying around, so I decided to come up after it. At this point the Allies have a numerical advantage in the server, and I probably don't do... well, I won't spoil it, you'll soon see. But my aim is to, again, try and use booming and zooming tactics, because I read that this is a good booming and zooming plane. That could be a complete load of bollocks. But yeah, I'm trying to gain altitude and follow this gentleman. As you can see, he's getting a lot of flak, so it's definitely an enemy. This is over our side of the lines. At this point the sun is shining directly behind our head in game, so there's a lot of reflection on the kind of little square window in front of us, which was annoying, but you see there, you can barely see through it because of the glare. I need to install an anti-glare screen or coating. So at this point I'm kind of target fixated. I'm not really checking around me to make sure I'm in any danger. For all I know, this guy might be communicating with his friend who's about to turn up. Dragging me away. Here he decides to do a bit of a maneuver, so I decide to try and come in and put some shots into him. We do a head-on pass. He's a camel, it looks like. So again, trying the old boom and zoom tactic of maintaining altitude and only diving when it is to my advantage. He's climbing towards me. Probably at some point soon I'm going to do one of my dives. Just like Brian Blessed in Flash Gordon. Dive! And I get shot in the head. Somebody came up right behind me and shot me in the head. I never saw him coming. And he finishes me off. There goes my wing. Down I go. So I'm not quite at that level yet. I can't take out somebody in one fell swoop. Hopefully that will come with time. And there we go. That was Fokker Fry. Thanks for killing me, Fokker Fry. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.